Hi, so if you guys haven't seen what's going on with Chinese manufacturers on TikTok, you have to look this up.
Before you start buying a bunch of stuff from manufacturers in China because you realize that you could avoid paying the tariffs, you should know how that works. See,
Shit's heating up fast.
Hey everybody, how you doing today?
Welcome back.
So, if you don't know, tariffs are not really a thing right now. Most of them are put on hold except for one place, which is China. And so Chinese imports are supposed to be more taxed or whatever, right? And so, China's like, you know what? We make all your stuff. Just buy it from us. Don't buy it from your companies. And I think that's pretty funny.
It's what you should have been doing in the first place, really.
Truly.
It's so much cheaper.
Oh yeah. If I have just save up some money, I can totally get the stuff they make food with inside these factories. I can straight up buy them. So now the only issue would be where I'm gonna put it.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It's exposed. Like at this point, change how you shop.
For real.
You save so much money.
Stop by on Alibaba. On Alibaba, you will only meet the middleman who raise up the price up to the sky. Here are 5 better websites recommended to you. Looking for industrial supplies, go to VIPMRO.com. Looking for electronic components, try SQEW.com. For furniture, head to Mayeli.com. Looking for men's clothes, go to WSY.com. Looking for food and beverages, check SPDL.com. Comment below what other products you are looking for. Follow Rosie, make sourcing easy.
Ain't no worry, because you can tell from that audio that's some royalty-free mess. They did not put no work in that song.
For real. And this is crazy though, because I usually only shop with Alibaba. I thought that was the best one, that and AliExpress.
So I guess those are legit middleman worldwide places, for real.
It's what everyone uses to drop ship.
It turns out they could have been drop shipping more. You could legit drop ship in a way that would save you more money if you just would have gone straight to the people.
Yeah.
Which is funny because if you can think about that, doesn't mean every company that costs $100 for sneakers, like Nike and stuff, have been drop shipping to us this entire time.
For real.
And made us feel like we were stupid for doing it ourselves.
It's pretty much what every store is.
That's crazy. It's even worse. I know there's people out here who will spend a bunch more money on sneakers from a sneaker reseller. So they're reselling something that's technically being resold from another person who made it.
That's crazy.
That's a mess. That's all I gotta say.
Just out here wasting money. That's insane.
Hi, so if you guys haven't seen what's going on with Chinese manufacturers on TikTok, you have to look this up. Like I'm sure many of you have, I ended up on Chinese warehouse TikTok, and they're leaking all the secrets about how our stuff is made. For example, Birkin bags that are $38,000, they show how they're made, and honestly, the quality was really good. But altogether, those Birkin bags that are $38,000 came out to about $1,600. Laundry pods were $20 for $1. And in America, that would have been $13? And the craziest part is they're showing people how to order directly from the manufacturer in China to where you can avoid the tariffs and not pay American prices for any of those products. And we're talking every shoe brand you've ever worn, every clothing brand you've ever worn. Anything that you buy, they have shown us how to order it for a fraction of the price. It is such an epic level of petty, and I love it so much. And the thing is, what do American companies think we're gonna do? We're gonna pay their prices rather than Chinese prices when I can get 1,000 times more product for the same price as we get here. We're not going to do that. These Chinese companies called our bluff. They were like, oh, you want to put a tariff on us? Okay, here's every product you buy in America at an inflated price for a fraction of the cost. This is the craziest Uno reverse card I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, have fun going down that rabbit hole and tell me the things that you found are cheaper in the comments. I appreciate your faces.
Oh, thank you. I don't hear them often. That really just this is the equivalent of biting the hand that feeds you. Because I hear even American things say made in America aren't made in America.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
But this just shows how the corporate companies, they just want to get their profits on everything. And they raise it so much higher than the actual production costs. And it's crazy.
Nah, for real, because even when I didn't think like stuff like this was happening, like I would hear like, oh yeah, you know, like a can of soda overall that tastes like $1 probably, but not even $1, like 50 cents to make, and they charge you like now they're charging like $10 for like a box of 12. It's like, dang.
It's pretty much you're paying for like the cans and the box and also the brand.
Yeah.
And it's so stupid because you can get a whole 12 pack at like Aldi of their brand for like $3.
It's not even that too. It's legit. Most likely that brand, the store brand you're buying, is legit made by the exact same company,
Most likely.
just on the other line.
Yep.
And which is crazy.
Paying for stuff that like is not even worth it. Like I'm not paying for the brand.
Nah, I would buy some Dr. Pepper though. That's all I gotta say. Dr. Pepper is really good.
For you. But this is just how they get you, especially with the Birkin bags.
Oh yeah.
They try to make it like exclusive and make it like all luxury. That's how they market it, so that you will pay like extreme prices for it.
Yeah. I know I have a video like about that in here, but I'm gonna give a little spoiler here for it. They have said, actually, we make ours in Italy, but then they proceed to show us a video, and those workers don't look like they would usually be people working in the, textile industry. They are well dressed, look like fashion people, completely like clean, not all messed up nails, painted like dog. Do you think I expect me to believe this now? When I was just been shown the same bag before from a Chinese person?
Believe in nothing anymore.
For real.
I just made a list of all the Chinese websites that you can go and buy stuff from Lululemon, Zara, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour. It's in my bio. It even tells you how to get around the blocks because a lot of these websites like Apple and stuff are blocking you from even entering the site. So there's workarounds on that. So if you want it, just check the link in my bio.
Link in bio. I'm not doing that.
They're blocking us.
Oh yeah,
What?
blocking us. Okay, so people seeing this behind the scenes, I had like 5 different other videos here. They all got. I had 7 videos to begin with in this playlist. 4 of them got removed, and there was this videos dropping all the information where you can get this stuff from, how to get around tariff. They're all removed out of nowhere.
It's crazy.
Like that's like legit. Like the day before we start recording this, like it's crazy. They don't want you to see this mess.
They don't want you to know their profits. Oh no.
Oh no! Does this mean there's not such thing as a Chinese knockoff?
Same thing.
It's the same thing. We've been lied to our entire lives.
For real.
It's crazy.
Literally just doesn't matter.
This doesn't matter.
Stop buying stuff for other people. For views.
Shit's heating up fast.
$1 shoe 90 cents 90 cents iPhone 14 Pro Max
来靠你党的内置网络互联和支持 WiFi
Tracking supplies of Google Box
Brands are finally responding. The viral TikToks coming out are getting millions of views and loads of customers. Videos are showing what looks like real Nike shoes, Timberlands, Apple products, all being sold straight from the source for a fraction of the price. So the real question is, are these real? Are we being ripped off? Or are some brands just panicking now that the veil's been lifted? A few brands have come out swinging. Lululemon was quick to deny a viral TikTok showing cheap leggings supposedly made in their factory. They said that only 3% of their stuff is made in China, and the factory in the video was not one of theirs. Birkenstock went even harder. They said that 100% of their shoes are made in Europe, mostly Germany, and that TikTok videos showing cheap Birkenstock clogs from China are fake. They're not a supplier. They don't even associate themselves with China at all. They got the videos taken down. And then there's Louis Vuitton, who proudly states they don't make anything in China.
Milled in one place, dyed in another country, spun and knitted in a third country, then in pieces, and then sent to Italy or sent to France, and where it's stitched together, and therefore wherever the last stop was and the last bit was, they can put it was made in France.
But interestingly, most brands have stayed silent. Nike, Timberland, Apple, Milwaukee Power Tools, so many others, nothing. Crickets. No official statements, no press releases, just a whole lot of silence. And that's interesting because Nike shoes are made in China, so are Timberlands. And your precious iPhone fully assembled in a Chinese mega factory. Milwaukee Power Tools is a Chinese-owned company. Manufactured in China, these brands don't deny their products are made in China. They just don't seem to want you to connect the dots between the factory they're made in and your wallet. The truth is, most of the world's products come from China, or countries that work hand in hand with China, like Vietnam, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Malaysia. You might think you're buying something that's not made in China, but China probably shipped the materials there in the first place, and that includes Louis Vuitton and all these other companies. The global supply chain is more connected than you think, and China sits at the center of it. Are we finally seeing behind the curtains, or is China trying to trick us?
No, they're not trying to trick us. Well, they could if they wanted to. But here's the deal. Even in like 2009, you know, there's always political ads saying this president wants to take all our infrastructure into China. We already lost so many jobs to China. It's always been like this. They even been like this even before.
For you.
So, you know, there's no lie here. These companies been lying to you the entire time.
And at this point, if it's like a pair of Nike shoes, you could still get the same pair with the best quality without the Nike logo.
For real. People came in to say the fake shoe. Like, actually, no, I got this on the pre-done edition. They just didn't finish it. Like that lady said from the BBC, an actual news source said they will legit make this stuff in China, but not stitch it together. Send it to Italy so they can stitch it together and say bada bing bada boom here, made in Italy. No. Also, I don't trust Lululemon for anything. If you look up this, it's a fact. I guess I hear. The reason it's called Lululemon is because the guy who made Lululemon was racist, and he likes hearing Asian people try to say Lululemon.
That's crazy.
So,
like, trust nothing from any of these companies. Like, they're never really honest. They just care about their profits, and that's it.
yeah, for real. Especially when they're saying like, "Oh yeah, we do have Chinese manufacturers making our stuff. It's not enough. So why is it still $100 though?
Exactly.
Drop that down to like 20.
This is why you shouldn't be out here buying stuff for like the status
Yeah.
and all the views and just the pretty much what people think of you. It's all just for other people, but they're not going to pay those bills.
Truly, I feel like I feel like people would think I'm dumb if I bought like a $30,000 bag
Exactly.
or $100 leggings or something. Like, I can go to Walmart and buy like $30 jeans.
For you.
$30 for $30 in general.
It's so stupid.
So dumb.
Couldn't be me.
Before you start buying a bunch of stuff from manufacturers in China because you realize that you could avoid paying the tariffs, you should know how that works so you don't get slapped with a massive bill later on that you were not expecting. That $800 threshold everyone keeps talking about is bullshit. That does not exist anymore. That was called the de minimis exception, but that was one of the things that Trump specifically removed for China. So everything that comes in from China right now is getting hit with the tariff. It does not matter how much it costs, but also you should understand who is on the hook for the tariffs and when tariffs get paid. If you buy something from a place like Shein or Alibaba, they are what's called the importer of record. That means that they're on the hook for the tariff. They're going to take care of that behind the scenes. They're going to bake it into the price. You're just going to see the price go up. Everything is fine. But if you start buying stuff direct from a manufacturer, you are now going to become the importer of record. That means when you buy stuff from their site, there's not going to be a line item that says tariff. They're not taking care of it. What's going to happen is they're going to ship it to you, and when it gets to the port, the carrier is going to reach out to you and they're going to say, hey, you have to pay customs this tariff for them to release the product so we can ship it to you. And right now it's 125%. So if you paid $50 for an item from a manufacturer, you're going to owe an additional $62.50 on top of the $50 you already paid for the tariff. And one of the things that they do is sometimes they just release it and they send you a bill later. So if you started going on a shopping spree because you notice how much cheaper everything was from the manufacturers, you might start getting these bills from customs saying, hey, you owe us 125% more than what you already paid. It might still be cheaper to go to the manufacturer. Just know what you're doing so you don't get a massive bill later on.
Basically, what he's saying is, buy moderation. Stop. Why do people keep like, oh, something's cheap, time to go on a shopping spree, trying to make it way worse than what it was supposed to be if I just bought it straight out?
Yeah, that's crazy. And they don't tell you any of this either.
Nope, they don't want to. Also, I heard this. Actually, they have not been collecting tariffs at all recently because they accidentally fired a tariff guy. Maybe we should stop firing people in the government before we know what they do.
Bruh.
They don't have a tariff guy no more. They fired him by accident.
That's insane, bro. But like this person says down here, just do the math. Prepare for the full cost. It could still be cheaper overall. You just have to do the math.
Yeah, for real. It's like, dang, this is like I don't think like this is working out yet, guys.
No.
And it's funny enough is that a lot of these nations have been like, hey, do this so we can take tariff off you, and they're like, no, we're just going to work with other guys now. It's like, I guess we're not as big as bad as we thought we were, and that sucks on the consumer and on the mostly the consumer. All these companies can go suck egg.
It's always the consumer.
We always get screwed by their ideas.
Exactly.
Come on.
Let's just stop shopping. How about that?
For real. This makes me question: can I just buy a what nation makes the PS5? What nation makes the gaming PC? All this technology and stuff. Can I just buy straight from them?
Can you just like build your own like a PC?
Yeah, we can do that actually. That's
Exactly.
a whole thing you can do. It's just like the chips are like $1,000 now.
That's crazy.
So I'd rather just buy a pre-made one for $1,000 instead at that point.
Well, at that point, what
Yeah.
the heck?
I can just add stuff to it later.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say for real. But like, yeah, you can do that totally. Yeah.
Well, let us know if you have already bought something from like overseas at this point, and did you do the math? Did you get slapped with one of those tariffs?
For real. That sucks.
It does.
Does this mean the tax and like Alibab's gonna be way worse?
Yeah, probably.
Dang. Well,
And
that's all I gotta
it
say.
just sucks. Like Shein and like the other companies or whatever, they already said that they're raising the prices because of all of this. So
Shein ain't got no right to raise any prices.
for real, and they were already really low. Like you can, because the quality is pretty bad, but you
bit
can
lower.
get it a lot less than if you go to the other stores, because everything else is priced at like $20 for just one T-shirt, and you can get one for like $2 at Shein.
At this point, man, make it 2 cents because that mess is not good quality.
For real.
Oh, that's all I gotta say. For real now. All I gotta say.
Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and please get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Bye, guys.
Bye.